Nuclear power plant. Introduction. The nuclear power plants are lower than the unit cost in coal fired power plants. Nuclear power utilization can help to save a considerable amount of fossil fuels which can be used in other areas. The heat produced due to fission of U and Pu is used to heat water to generate steam which is used for running turbo generator. 1 kilogram of uranium can produce as much energy as possible by burning 4,500 tons of high grade coal. Nuclear power plant. Nuclear fission. The fuel inside the reactor is a metal called uranium. Uranium exists as an isotope in the form of uranium 235, uranium 234, and uranium 238. Out of these isotopes, uranium 235 is more unstable. When a neutron is captured by a nucleus of an atom of uranium 235, it splits up roughly into two equal fragments and about 2.5 neutrons are released and a large amount of energy is produced. That is, nearly 200 million electron volt is produced. This is called fission process. The neutrons so produced are very moving neutrons and can be made to fission other nuclei of uranium 235, thus enabling a chain reaction to take place. When a large number of fission occurs, enormous amount of heat is produced. Nuclear power plant. This page shows the diagram of the nuclear fission. Nuclear power plant. Components of a nuclear power plant: fuel, nuclear reactor, steam generator, moderator, reflector, turbine, control rods, coolant pump and feed pump, shielding. This page shows the diagram of the layout of the nuclear power plant. Nuclear power plant layout. This picture describes about the layout of the nuclear power plant and its working with the primary circuit and secondary circuit. Nuclear power plant layout. This page shows the diagram of the layout of the nuclear power plant. Nuclear power plant. Fuel. The fuel which is used in the nuclear are uranium 235, uranium 239 and uranium 233. Nuclear reactor. It consists of a reactor cone, reflector, shield, etc. It may be regarded as a substitute for the boiler firebox of a steam power plant. During the fission process, the large amount of heat is liberated by uranium 235. This large amount of heat is absorbed by the coolant and it is circulated through the core. The various types of reactors used in nuclear power plant is boiling water reactor, pressurized water reactor, heavy water cooled reactor. Nuclear power plant. Steam generator. It is fed with feed water and the feed water is converted into steam by the heat of the hot coolant. The coolant is used to transfer the heat from the reactor core to the steam generator. Moderator. It is used to reduce the kinetic energy of fast neutrons into slow neutrons and to increase the probability of chain reaction. Reflector. It is used in the reactor to conscience the neutrons in order to reduce the consumption of fissile material. Turbine. The steam produced by the steam generator is passed to the turbine and it is connected to the generator. Nuclear power plant. Control rods. It is used to control the nuclear chain reaction and functions of the nuclear reactor. Coolant pump and feed pump. It is used to maintain the flow of coolant and feed water in the power plant. The ordinary water or heavy water is a common coolant. Shielding. The reactor is a source of intense radioactivity. These radiations are very harmful and shielding is provided to absorb the radioactive rays. A thick concrete shielding and a pressure vessel are provided to prevent the radiations escaped to atmosphere. The hot coolant goes to the steam generator where the feed water is absorbed the heat from the coolant and converted into steam. This steam is used to run the steam turbine and it is connected to the steam generator. The steam used is condensed and it is reused in the boiler. The mechanical energy of the steam turbine is converted into electrical energy by an electric generator. Nuclear power plant. Advantages. Space requirement of a nuclear power plant is less. It is easily adopted where water and coal resources are not available. There is increased reliability of operation. It is not affected by adverse weather conditions. It does not require large quantity of water. Nuclear power plant consumes very small quantity of fuel. Nuclear power plants are well suited to meet large power demands. Space for fuel storage is not needed. No ash handling. Nuclear power plant. Disadvantages. It is not suitable for variable load conditions. Radioactive wastes may affect the health of workers and other population. It requires high initial cost. It requires well trained personnel.